Ah, there we go. Okay. 1, 2.
Back home in Oregon, seeing friends old and new
Nice. Thank you.
You're going to give this tour, right?
at PGE's training center in Sherwood.
We have 3 programs here.
To say Liz Shuler has come a long way is a huge understatement. She is the first woman to lead the AFL-CIO,
We'll head down this hall and then
the largest federation of labor unions in the country, made up of 60 national and international unions, representing nearly 13 million people,
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
300,000 of them in Oregon. It's in her blood.
Yeah, I grew up in the electric utility industry. My dad was a power lineman. He came back from Vietnam looking for a job.
Back home in Gladstone, Shuler's father, Lance, got in with PGE, starting as a pole hole digger, earning less than $1 an hour. He worked his way up to union lineman.
So I see in one generation the difference it made to work at a company like PGE, but also know that those union benefits that were negotiated in a contract gave him a ticket, a lottery ticket essentially, to a better life.
So like we have some of these kids over here changing cross arm.
Now, new generations of workers are being trained at PGE's Sherwood Training Center. Shuler was here to tour the state-of-the-art facility
Wanted to hear like what brought them into the program.
that teaches the electric utility trades.
And by Thursday they should be ready to hit the cruise.
This is a big step up
A new beginning for them, a new career, you know.
from how her father learned through apprenticeship,
Liz Shuler, how are you? Luke, nice to meet you.
created in partnership with the Electrical Workers Union, IBEW Local 125.
Like you, working my way up through the industry and the union movement.
Shuler, impressed,
Thank you.
also engaged,
Oh wow, that's amazing.
involved, and aware.
I wondered if you had any women. Doesn't look like it.
Over here.
On the meter side. We are pushing for obviously more.
One of Liz Shuler's main objectives as AFL-CIO president is to open up the trades to more people, especially women and people of color.
So we think that we should be appealing to women to say, hey, you know, the labor movement is a place for you, that we should be opening our doors wider than ever.
She envisions diverse union growth, a stronger workforce, and a better country.
So I feel like we're in this moment where the wind is at our back and that the labor movement is just ready to take off, particularly with the expansion of all the jobs and infrastructure and chips and science and clean energy. We are building right now the foundation for decades of growth.
A talent for looking ahead and seizing opportunities began early on in Oregon. And so did a sense of fairness, like when she and another girl would babysit for the same families.
And we were getting paid 2 different wages. And we finally came together and said, wait a second, shouldn't we both be paid the same? So it was kind of like early collective bargaining, early unionization. Yeah.
While in college, Shuler herself worked summers for PGE, doing office work. Her mother was a designer with the company, positions that did not enjoy union membership and benefits. Shuler's first organizing effort for IBEW was to change that. The effort back then failed, but was important.
They wanted that same voice, that same respect that you would have in a collective bargaining agreement. So the organizing campaign happened and I was swept up in it.
Shuler attended the University of Oregon, which proudly claims her as a 1992 graduate of the School of Journalism and Communication, and in 2022 honored her as a Hall of Achievement inductee.
She's really smart, very strategic, and tough. To be a woman in this movement of ours, you pretty much have to be tough.
If you look at the way she moved up through the labor movement, you see a very clear path, and you see that all along the way she was a groundbreaker.
Shuler also studied political science, a combination that set her up for a career in the labor movement. First for IBEW locally, then nationally as a lobbyist before the Oregon legislature. A chief accomplishment there was the defeat of a bill promoted by the infamous Enron Corporation to deregulate Oregon's electricity market. The job eventually took her to Washington, D.C., and then to the AFL-CIO. In his 2009 run for Federation president, Richard Trumka chose Shuler as his running mate. They won, and Shuler served as secretary-treasurer for more than 10 years. When Trumka died suddenly in 2021, Shuler became acting AFL-CIO president and has since been elected to the top position. all along the way, based on the other side of the country, appreciating her Oregon history.
I feel like people value homegrown, kind of investing in local, helping lift each other up in a way that is unique. And so I really appreciate that about the Northwest.
And not forgetting her local roots in Gladstone.
Very supportive environment. I went to public schools, and I think about the teachers who, molded and shaped me and influenced me, and they were all union members too.
Proud of hardworking people here and everywhere, with sights set on promoting good jobs and fairness for more people every day.
Of course, we want to be leaders in building things and producing things, but not to forget the people who are behind the success.
A champion of everyone in the working class.
We need to be firing on all cylinders.
As the first woman to lead the American labor movement,
Yeah.
makes Liz Shuler an Oregon history maker.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.